Hello student, how it's been doing? I hope you all are doing good. Today we are going to do our class 8 first chapter living world and classification of microbes. Okay, so today this is our lecture number 1. We will be studying detail wise concept and I'll give you detailed information. Okay, so this is our lecture number 1. Today we will try to understand the maximum concept that we can understand. Okay, so let's understand first of all the lesson name, so it will be easy for you to study, and let me explain you what are the things that you are going to be study in this chapter. Okay, so first let's understand the lesson name, living world and classification of microbes. What do you mean by a living world? What is mean by living world? Living world, that means a biotic. What do you mean by biotic? That means living thing. All animals, all plants, all saprophytes, microbes are also living. Microbes, that means small microbes, you can know, fungi, bacteria, algae, so they are also biotic. So all the living world, so they make a world. Okay, living world, so all the living organism means the living world. Okay, and classification of microbes, what do you mean by microbes? That means there are minted organisms. What they are minted organisms. Okay, and these minted organisms are very very important. Some are saprophytes, some are bacteria, some are fungi, and some are different type of microbes are available. There are many species in our world. Okay, so today we will be studying our microbes. Okay, there are many type of microbes and we will be studying it, okay, in detail wise concept. Okay, let's understand this. So living world and classification of microbes. Okay, this is our chapter name. Let's start studying this in detail wise. Okay, so let's study this. Okay, so what here it has written, biodiversity and need of classification. Why we need to classify them? Classification, what do you mean by classification? Here the classification is given, you can see here, classification. So what do you mean by classification? Classification, that means to divide in groups, to divide in groups. Okay, groups, we are going to do the groupism. We are going to divide our microbes, our species. Why we need to divide our species? Why? Because there are unlimited species in our world. Around 87 million of species are there. Okay, so there are many species in our living world. All we are human being, our body functions are same but our features are different. There are a lot of microbes, bacteria, fungi, monera, protista, fungi, animals. There are different type of plant. In ninth standard now you will be studying the plant are of many categories like thalophata, baryophyta, and tetrophata. You will be study this in next year, but I'm informing you that in ninth chapter your sixth chapter is there, and that is based on microbes. Okay, sorry, our plant. Okay, so there are many type of species are there. We can't study them equally. Okay, हम उन्हें अकेले अकेले नहीं पढ़ सकते. It will be take centuries. Okay, it will be take many time to classify them. So we are going to classify in 5 type. Okay, हमने उसे कितने टाइप में वो करा है डिवाइड? 5 type: monera, protista, fungi, plantaria, and animalia. Okay, so this is our 5 type. Okay, so why we need classification? Because there are around 87 million of species according to 2011 census. What do you mean by census? What is this? In every 10 year a census is done. What is census? That means we are going to count the number of species, number of population in our world. So that is the number of amount we are going to study. So that is happen in every 10 year. That is our census. Okay, so according to 2011, that means 15 years later when we had done our census, there are around 87 million. Okay, 87 million of species are present in our world. So 87 million species, that means living organism are present. Okay, 87 million. Okay, so last year we had done the lesson, our 7th standard first chapter was their adaptation. We had studied that every organism adapt itself by according to its habitat. If a polar bear is there, he will be adapt himself as a flurry. He will be wear a flurry coat. You can see its on its skin there are many hair which protect himself from winter. So every living organism adapt himself. In this year we will be studying the classification of microbes. There are many type of microbes, and some scientists had discovered plantaria, monera, protista. So how they done that, we will be studying. Okay. And there are many type of bacteria, microbes, that means small miniature bacteria. You can see there are monera, protista, this is fungi. Okay. Fungi. And this is also our fungi, this is our bacteria क्या होते हैं, virus क्या होते हैं, we will be studying all the things. Okay. और ठीक है, so this is your basic, so please concentrate it. Okay. So I am not going to read each and everything. You can just put the textbook in front of you, can, and whatever I will explain you, you can just see here. Textbook is given on your screens. Okay. So let's begin started. So let's start giving you the introduction. Okay, introduction to the scientist. I am going to give you the introduction to the scientist, that Carl Linnaeus. Okay, who is Carl Linnaeus? Let's understand it. Carl Linnaeus in 1930, 1735. You can see centuries ago, Carl Linnaeus had what he had done. He had divided living world into two kingdoms. ठीक है, उसने क्या करा था, टू किंगडम्स में हमारे लिविंग वर्ल्ड को क्लासिफाइड करा था. एज आई टोल्ड यू देर आर मेनी स्पीशीज, सो वी कांट स्टडी दैम. हम एक एक करके उसे नहीं पढ़ सकते. सो वी आर गोइंग टू डू, व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू, हम उन्हें कुछ ग्रुप में डिवाइड करेंगे. दैट मीन्स वी आर गोइंग टू क्लासीफाई दैम. क्लासिफिकेशन, वी आर डूइंग क्लासिफिकेशन. सो व्हेन वी क्लासीफाई दैम, सो हम दो ग्रुप में डिवाइड कर देंगे. ठीक है. सो व्हाट इज फर्स्ट, यू कैन सी हियर, Vegetalia and Animalia. Vegetalia and Animalia. That means the species that eat vegetable, that will be included into Vegetalia, and the species who eats animals or junk, or they are carnivorous basically, so they are going to be included in Animalia. But this was not enough. We can't even describe the living world into just on the basis of their food. This wasn't enough. So we in on the other hand, on the next century, that means 1866. Okay. In 1866, Haeckel, okay, Haeckel had came, and he had considered three type: protista, plant and animal. So the plants, you can see all the plants will come here, all the animals or human being will come, and protista. Okay. But this was also not enough. This is also not enough. We can't even divide into plant and animal only and protista. So we had again, after 1 century, you can see there is a centuries of different. You can see whatever knowledge is coming toward us is taking centuries to coming. So we should be thankful that our scientists had done a lot of hard work, and we got this much. Okay. So the Carl Linnaeus in 1975, Haeckel in 1866, after one difference of centuries, and our 1965 Charton. Okay, he had converted into prokaryotic and eukaryotic. What do you mean by prokaryotic and eukaryotic? Okay, we will be study them. Prokaryotic, that means nucleolus, cell wall are absent. In eukaryotic, our nucleus are present. Okay, nucleoids. Okay, or in cell membranes, they all are present. Now again, last scientist. No, this is last. Our last is Robert Harding Wickerton. Okay, so in 1936, Copeland. Okay, this is our name of scientist. He had considered four kingdom: Monera, Protista, plant and animal. Okay. And again, last, you can see here, this is very important, this whole definition, this is very important, you have to learn this. Okay. So Robert Harding Wickerton, 1920 to 1980. So when he born on 1920 to 1980. Till he, at that time, he was an American ecologist. Okay. In 1969, he divided the living world into five groups. Okay. Five groups. What are they? Five groups: Monera, Protista, plant, animal, and fungi. You can see here this pink color outline. He divided Monera, Protista, fungi, plant and animal. Okay. So on the basis of this he divided. Okay, we will be understand each of them detailedly. Okay. And this both is in your ninth and 10th standard. This planetary you will be studying ninth standard, and this animalia you will be studying in your 10th standard. Got it? Okay. So now Let's study. So when he was classifying them, he divided into he considered following criteria. Okay, whenever we are doing something, we are considering something. Now we are not directly just applying the theorems and formula. We have to understand this. We have to following the criteria what we are going to do. So he had followed following criteria. What are that? Complexity of cell structure, complexity of organism, lifestyle, phytogenical relationship. Okay. Now, for the classification of Victor considers following criteria: complexity of cell structure. Yet consider what is type of cell it is. It is prokaryotic or eukaryotic. It is nucleus are present in it or nucleus are absent in it. Okay, prokaryotic that means nucleus are absent. Eukaryotic that means nucleus are present. It is unicellular, multicellular. Unicellular that means they are made only of one cell, and multicellular they are made of many type of cells. For example, our human being, we are multicellular. We are made up of different type of cells. Okay, more of nutrition. If it is will be plant, it will be producer. It you know that plant in our ecosystem is producer, as they can perform photosynthesis with the help of the solar energy, and they can produce food. That's why they are called plants, because they are producers. So it will be autotropic. It will be make autotropic. What is mean? Who made their own food, they are known as our autotropic. So plants, they may be autotropic, or they can perform photosynthesis. You know what is the mean of photosynthesis? They can produce their own food with the help of the sunlight. Okay. So fungi, what is fungi? It is a saprophytic, that means it decompose the dead organisms. Okay. So he had considered this, and he had considered animals. They are going to be heterotropic and ingestive, that means they will be consume their food from the other type of organisms. Okay. So he had also considered its lifestyle, what type of lifestyle it is living. If it is, whether it is producer, whether it is animal, or whether it is decomposer. Okay. Now phytogenical relationship, that means if it is converting from prokaryotic to eukaryotic or unicellular to multicellular. So this he also had considered. Okay. So he had considered all these points. He had research on them, and then he had made this chart. Okay. This chart. Okay. Living organism, prokaryotic to eukaryotic, unicellular to multicellular. Okay. So in prokaryotic there is only one thing, that is our unicellular, but in our eukaryotic there is multicellular and unicellular, both are present. Okay. Now, first its kingdom in Monera, and here it is Protista. But in multicellular, fungi is included, plant is included, and animal, because they are made up of multicellular. In animal, we are also included. Okay, please maintain that. Okay, in animals, we guys are also. That means human beings are included. Okay. In this, no cell wall will be present. Okay, you will be studied in your second unit, that about our cell wall. Cell wall forming, if we have cell is a fundamental structure of the living organism, the smallest particle of the biology. So in that, cell wall is not present, that means we have just cell membranes. The cell wall isn't present. Okay. So now, king planted, that means cell wall is present. Okay. We are not included in plants. Okay. So in plants, the cell wall is present, and they can perform photosynthesis. In fungi, cell wall is present, but they can't perform photosynthesis because some functionals are absent. That's why they can't perform photosynthesis. Okay. So these are the classification of Victor. I think that's enough for the today's lecture. I had explained you there are different type of species, how the scientists had came and they had discovered that different type of theories, and they had understood that, and at last Robert Harding Wickerton, who was 1920 to 1980 American ecologist, here divided the living organism in five groups. What they are Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae, and animal. And he had considered the following points that are really important, and I think it is on also in your backside question and answer. So the most important things that you have to study from this lecture is this definition, Robert Harding Wickerton, and this table diagram is very important, and this whole thing. Okay. This whole what he had considered, this is also very important. That's it. So thanks for watching. If you like my video, like, share with your friends and subscribe my channel as well. Thanks for watching.